insane. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy. But maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. Oh, my darkest memories now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good.
Watch I look, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my putting. Put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poop, your bitch get tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor. Trying to stack my money up. Cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
Got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel it. Now I feel it. Your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel it.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. We are back here for the start of the Premier League. Manchester City versus West Ham United. However, the background there says Man City versus Man United. Well, I've already started on a low here, haven't I? I'll sort that out with the graphics. In a little bit of a rush today. Got back from somewhere and threw it all together. And I've already got it wrong. That is a big shame, isn't it? Ignore that. We will change that. Good to see so many of you guys here in the comments, by the way. Adjin is here. He is one of the guys who are always here on the channel. So he's Andrew, Jack Wilson, a few more as well. Sam Evans, good to have you. A couple of predictions coming in. That guy, RT, I think really should have played against Bournemouth, not West Ham. Well, I think he could play against both, couldn't they? It's going to be interesting to see who plays in what games and so on. I think Jack Grealish is, of course, had a really good pre-season. That is something we need to think of. He's had a fantastic pre-season, and that is why we've seen him start today for Pep Guardiola's side. So I expect Jack Grealish to play an important part in today's game. He seems to have a good link up with Erling Haaland. You can see the Man City team there on your left-hand side. Some interesting choices. The main one, really, I think, which people are surprised at, is Phil Foden playing on the left-hand side for Manchester City. So Phil Foden, who hasn't played on the right-hand side, sorry, hasn't played on the right side before, really, for City, from my recent memories, he's always played in the left wing or through the middle, or even as a striker, the false nine. That was his position, it wasn't it, for some time last season without a striker. But he has been rumoured to start on that right-hand side. Ahead of Riyad Mahrez today, he does start on that right-hand side, and that is interesting. I didn't expect to see him there. Now, Phil Foden has played on the right-hand side for when he played at, well, for England mainly, he's played on the right-hand side, hasn't he? And he hasn't impressed me playing on the right-hand side, to be honest. When I heard about City possibly playing him there, I thought, I just can't see it personally. I can't see Phil Foden playing there because it just, to me, doesn't seem Phil Foden's position. But today, he does play there, and we'll see how he does on the right-hand side. Could we see Grealish, Haaland, and Phil Foden creating a really good front line? That does mean Riyad Mahrez misses out, but I think Riyad Mahrez certainly gets in that City side often anyway. But I don't know. I'm not sure how you guys feel about that as well. Let us know in the comments, you guys, how you think about that with Jack Grealish, Foden and Haaland. Grealish on that side. Just trying to sort out the background. It should change now. We should say Man City versus West Ham now. Last game against West Ham away, Grealish was great. Exactly, he did. He was part of the comeback. That's quite right. The new logo is nice, as Ajin. Thank you very much. The idea, Ajin, is that for every game we play, whether it's home, away or third, whichever kit we're playing with, I will change the logo in the background suitable to the kit. Whether it's a good idea or not, we'll see anyway. But for the moment, we go with the third logo until the end of today's game. Then back to the home. And then for the next weekend, we'll have the home. Of course, I won't be doing lives to the home matches. I'll be at the game. So if you guys see me at the game, like you've said, I think last time, come and say hello if you do see me. Elmo says, is Stone injured? I assume Stones is injured. That is a worry, isn't it? That Stones is already injured at this stage of the season. But it could also be that he's not fit. He's not fit. He didn't go with the pre-season tour, did he, to America, played with the under-23s instead. So we'll have to see what happens with John Stones. Nathan Ake is in there alongside Ruben Diaz today. We'll run through the team shortly once I get things just sorted. So we'll run through the team now for you guys. So there we have it. Edison in goal. Walker, Diaz, Ake and Cancelo in the back four. Gundogan the captain today with Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri. It looks like Gundogan's going to be the captain this season. Those three in the midfield. And then it is Grealish on the left, Foden on the right, Erling Haaland through the middle. We're around 20-something subscribers away from 3,500, so definitely do subscribe. Let's have a look at the West Ham team as well in there for West Ham. So Fabianski starts in goal for them. Cresswell, Johnson, Sofal, the back four. Soucek, Lanzini and Rice, midfield three. Fornals, Antonio, and the dreaded Gerard Bowen, who was fantastic against us last time. He scored 2 goals against Manchester City last time, didn't he? Jetland says Stones on the bench. Stones on the bench. He could be. I haven't actually seen the bench. He could be on the bench. But I assume it's not because he's not fully fit. I'm not quite sure. I'd actually prefer Stones to Ake. Maybe with Laporte being out for quite a while, we could see a bit of a link-up between Diaz and Stones again, like those previous seasons. Diaz and Ake, the only available centre-backs. Left-backs stays, no problem. I'm worried now. You should be worried about the left-back situation anyway. How can we go into another season without a left-back? What, 7 years now? No left-back for Manchester City. Where will the key battles be? Well, I think Grealish and Cancelo are going to really get Sufal. Bowen's not really one that wants to get back. Neither is Fornals on the other side either. Cresswell playing centre-back. If I was Erling Haaland, you've got only one thing in your mind, and that is just to sit in Aaron Cresswell. I think Erling Haaland could really bully the man there. He should not be playing at centre-back, but listen to David Moyes before the game. It sounds like they've got a lot of injuries. And of course, the man up top for Manchester City, I've just been talking about him. We'll play his song right now. Haaland. He is the man who is going to cause problems for West Ham, surely. Could we see his first Premier League goal today? I assume so. Anything else worth touching on? Well, there's a song that we sing at the ground, isn't there? Play football and we sing the blues. City when United lose. Well, United have lost. So let's hope that City can go and do the business and win their game. United with a 2-1 defeat to Brighton. I mean, that is truly terrible, isn't it, from United? But Brighton are a bit of a bogey side for United. When someone, I've been speaking about it today with a couple of people, and do you think United will lose to Brighton? I don't think so. The odds are in the favour of Manchester United. I actually thought personally, you know what? I can see Brighton doing well and United doing poorly. United just always seem to lose to Brighton for whatever reason, don't they? They just got a bit of their bogey side. City previous years, I've had Sunderland, people like that who've been our bogey side as well. So strong side for Manchester City. Debut with the third kit as well, which is looking nice, the green and black, which you guys might be trying to get for yourself. I don't know the price of it, probably about £90 if you're going for the Manchester City store. Based off that Liverpool, I am not sure if Haaland, instead I want to see Alvarez more, said Ajin. You can't give up an Erling Haaland surely after one sitter missed. You cannot give him after one City miss. Also, Liverpool, Boston against Fulham, says Ajin. That is quite right. Liverpool couldn't beat Fulham, could they? Alexander Mitrovic bullying Virgil van Dijk. That's what we need to see more this season. And Jack says Spurs is our bogey team right now. Yeah, we always lose to Spurs, don't we? Always lose to Spurs. Spurs are quite a good side, I'd say. Spurs are quite a good side. They look very good against Southampton if you saw them yesterday. That is a bit of a worry, but I don't think they will be title challengers too much, Spurs, this season. Can't see it, never know, but I just can't see it. I think it will be City versus Liverpool. I know Liverpool have had a bit of a poor start with that game against Fulham. I do not think that in the end will affect too much, to be honest with you. We do have a recognised left-back on the bench in Josh Wilson-Esbrand. Stefan Ortega-Moreno, new sign on the bench there as well as Julian Alvarez. I think the biggest issue I have with the City side as well is the fact that we've only got about, 18 senior players this season. And you look at City sides of old, and we've had impact subs off the bench. Now, going into this Premier League season, it is now one of the Premier League rules that the clubs can make 5 substitutions. You think 5 substitutions? You know what that signals to me? A bigger squad. Get your squad bigger because you can make 5 substitutions. You could even bring on 5 attacking players and you could rotate the full forward line, the midfield as well. So you're thinking, right, 5 subs, let's get a bigger squad. City's squad is smaller than ever and City's bench is weaker than ever. And other than maybe Julian Alvarez, Riyad Mahrez, what do we actually have off the bench? Nothing that I think really, really excites me other than those two. I mean, I'm going to have a look at the bench here. I'll read it out to you. So, defensive player in Ortega Moreno, who's not going to get on at any point. Backup goalkeeper in case something was to happen to Edison. Then you've got Calvin Phillips, who is a sure player, not a player you bring on when you want to win a game. You've got John Stones, who's a similar sort of player. Impact substitutions are Alvarez, Bernardo and Mahrez. That's 3 players there. You say, right, those 3 players can make a difference. I will touch on Bernardo Silva shortly. Then we've got Cole Palmer, Rico Lewis and Josh Wilson-Esbrand. 3 youth players who aren't really going to be game changers at this stage in their career. So you're saying, right, we can make 5 subs. We want to make 5 attacking subs. There's only 3 we can make. So I'd like City to get more depth in the squad. And we've made 9, we've named all 9 subs, but I just think City need a bit more, don't we? We need a bit more in there. And Bernardo Silva, I wanted to touch on him because Bernardo Silva has been heavily linked with Barcelona once again this week, as we all know. If Bernardo Silva is offered the chance to join Barcelona, we know he will take it. I think, unfortunately, don't kid yourself. If Barcelona make an offer for Bernardo Silva, he will accept it. It is whether Manchester City will accept the offer as well. And to disappoint you guys, which I'm going to do about right now, any offer that Barcelona make to Manchester City for Bernardo Silva, chances are it will be accepted. I think if Barcelona made an offer of around 60 million euros, that would be accepted. I think City surely should be holding out for, 85, 90 million euros, that is. Maybe 100 million euros. It's just not going to happen, guys. So don't expect that. City are not good at selling players. We never have been. We won't be good at selling Bernardo Silva. We'll give him at a discount price to Barcelona because that's what we do. And you're just going to have to, unfortunately, accept that's the case. And him being on the bench today does worry me a little bit. Jack says our bench is quite strong today. We do need a few more signs because a couple of injuries and that won't be good. I mean, this is the problem, Jack, isn't it? One injury to our forward line, and we've only got 2 subs on the bench that are worth bringing on. That's an issue, surely. Missing out on Raheem Sterling, who had a decent game for Chelsea yesterday, wasn't fantastic. Maxwell Cornet on the field for West Ham, 17.5 million signing from Burnley. He's probably going to do pretty well, isn't he, for them? Arjun says, new sporting director Luis Campos really wants Bernardo, I heard. They were together at Monaco in 16-17 also, and he's Portuguese. Yeah, I can't see him going to PSG. I think City were offered Neymar in a swap deal for Bernardo Silva. City said no. I can't see him going to PSG personally. I think the main issue with that is that the owners of City and PSG not the biggest fans of each other. So that one's not going to happen. Bernardo Silva will join Barcelona. I think the biggest question is not if Bernardo Silva will leave, because Bernardo Silva will leave, but it's whether Bernardo leaves this summer or next summer. I think we'll be very lucky to keep hold of him. I think the chances are we won't replace him. We won't replace him. If we do, it looks like it'll be Lucas Paqueta, who is a bit of an underwhelming signing from Lyon, despite being probably a reasonably good player. The left-back situation continues to haunt us as well. That is going to be an issue going into this season. I mean, one injury to Cancelo or Kyle Walker, and we are playing Josh Wilson-Esbrand in there as a youngster, or we're playing Nathan Ake in there, or it's just Ake at left-back. No, thank you. I'm finding it hard to be a little bit confident about this season, to be honest with you. And maybe every season we go into the season and we go, this City side are lacking whatever. And the fans are probably right with that. This year we lack a left back and squad depth. Last year we lacked, of course, a striker. The year before we lacked other positions. And what really frustrates me is, in these fixtures or in these seasons, we go in and say we lack a striker. Last season, imagine if City had Erling Haaland last season. We would have walked the Premier League, surely, at a very early stage. The chances are we would have gone further in the Champions League. Haaland probably would have finished chances, would have missed, maybe made the difference against Real Madrid. And it just makes you ask a question as a fan, doesn't it? And as just someone who's interested in football in general, why does City leave themselves short every single year? Why not just make that one signing, bring in that one player that we need to make the big difference, and go on and win everything? I'm not quite sure. Always seem to sign players a year late, don't we? MK's here, Ivan, looking for a big Man City win. Or a Man City win, hopefully. I mean, a Man City win. I love West Ham just because of the bubbles, yeah. West Ham always blowing bubbles before the game. And on your screen right now, if you're watching in the UK or anywhere in Europe, and also, I assume, in America and other places, they all get the same footage. It's Jack Grealish, Phil Foden and Erling Haaland in the tunnel. That is our front three today. And that is who, you know, the likes of Aaron Cresswell, Declan Rice, Bren Johnson, I think it is, the guy who's a right footer playing left back. Souček has got to try and stop. Erling Haaland surely opens his Premier League account. I'm very excited for today's game. And out come the two teams now. Like I said, City debut their third kit. And that is the graphics for today. The green and black based off graffiti on the Manchester Bee. I think it's fetching, isn't it? You know, far-fetched that a little bit. He tried to, I think, Puma put a story behind things. You know, the black and red away kit based off AC Milan's kit from years ago. City took that from years ago. I can understand those sort of things, but sometimes you just got to say they picked out a kit and said, yeah, we'll use that. I mean, Crystal Palace's kit this year is the same as Basel's kit last year, and there's big changes like that, isn't there? But it just, I don't know. I don't know how they decide the kits, really. Maybe they copy classic ones, I'm not quite sure. West Ham's kit looks exactly the same as last season. At least City's does look a bit new this season, especially the home kit. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Rice is a bit overrated because he's a good player, but I think he's not as good as people make him out to be, says Jack. Jack, it's not unpopular with me. I agree with you. I think Declan Rice is drastically overrated. Joel says, thought I'd just pop in before the game starts. I'm watching at a sports bar on a cruise. Enjoy your cruise, Joel. Enjoy your cruise. Thank you very much. I hope you see a Manchester City win. Anderson, he would have loved Alvarez instead of Grealish out wide. Alvarez will come on. Apparently here, City are briefing to the media team that a club captain will not be expected to be decided until the end of the transfer window. So Gundogan might be the captain today, not expected. And Connor Cody is set to leave Wolves and join Everton on loan. Another mediocre signing by Everton, who they're looking like they want to get relegated, aren't they? Really looking like they want to get relegated. So West Ham team, we've already covered it already. Mikel Antonio starts up top. Exciting young Italian striker Gianluca Scamacca, signed for around 30 million from Sassuolo, is on the bench. Also Dusan Vlahovic, not quite him. I think West Ham will be happy with him. It is Vlasic, the Croatian on the bench. Finley Downs as well. Connor Coventry. Ben Rama, who was the real exciting player when signed from Brentford, wasn't he? Under big interest from Chelsea and so on. That didn't work out. He seems to have gone to West Ham and they found something wrong in his medical, didn't they? That didn't work quite in his favour. So Edison starts in goal, Manchester City today. It is Walker, Diaz, Cancelo and Ake at the back four. Pretty much the only two fullbacks the squad has. Rico Lewis, Esbran on the bench. I don't want to see them two on the field, really. Maybe Esbran more than Lewis, just because I don't want them to ruin their career at an early stage, making a mistake. Rodri, De Bruyne and Gundogan in the midfield three. And a front three of Phil Foden, Jack Grealish and Erling Haaland. That is the man to look out for today. How many goals will he score? Probably none, but we might as well get a little bit excited. Ashton says, I hope that Haaland will not take my soul today like he did against Liverpool, if you understand yet. That miss against Liverpool was really bad, wasn't it? I don't want to see that from Erling Haaland today. I want to see a hat-trick from Haaland. He's in my fantasy team. If you guys are part of our fantasy league, you saw, I think out of 24 teams last season, I think finished 22nd, which wasn't a good result, was it? This season, there's about 42 of you, I think. Nearly double. Reece James got me 7 points yesterday. Unfortunately, I captained Harry Kane, who only got 4 points. You know, when you see Spurs have won 4-1, you think, yes, Harry Kane. No goals for Harry Kane in that game. 20 points. I've got the highest at the moment is 109. So well done to that person. Kieran Trippier with 7. Sanchez got a clean sheet with 3. Bazunu conceded 4. So he didn't get me any points, really, only 1. Sancho 2, Neto 2. Haaland, though, and Grealish, Diaz in my team. Could be the time. Look at that. Erling Haaland, in 89 games, league games so far in his career, has scored 86 goals. Very, very scary, if you ask me. The teams are ready. We're about to kick off. Grealish is better than Ronaldo, says Adrian. I like to be biased, Adrian, but I cannot agree with that one. Grealish is certainly not better than Ronaldo. He might be in 2 years' time. Ronaldo being probably a care home by then, by the way he's going, isn't it? He's finished, is Cristiano Ronaldo. Players take the knee before the game. And we kick off. Manchester City versus West Ham United. Let's go. Immediate long ball by Ake to Haaland. Oh, Ruben Diaz has sold himself short here. Fornals can't keep it in. Come on, City, says Terry. Let's go, City. A lot of comments are coming in. A lot of predictions as well. I think I saw a lot of 2-1s, 3-0s, 3-1s. That is what people tend to go for. I'm going to go for a 1-1. I think we'll slip up like Liverpool. We just don't look great, especially in that Liverpool game. Pressing here from Phil Foden, playing off the right today. That's exciting, like I said. It was terrible when he's played for England there. Got to watch out for... Ooh, Gerard Bowen today. I don't know what Ake is doing there, but he wins a throw-in. Sam Evans says if Haaland cannot score today against Bournemouth, start Alvarez. Bit harsh, I think. I know Haaland's got this big reputation, but he isn't going to score, you know, a hat-trick every game. It just doesn't work like that. I'd love to be wrong. Sam Evans says 2-0. Terry Albion says 3-1. Brandon Shaw says 2-1. Great to see your predictions. Keep them coming in. I hope one of you are right. Oh, it's a poor ball by Cancelo straight to Pablo Fornals. West Ham look to start the game quickly. And on the front foot. I think Cresswell's playing fullback actually. Ben Johnson at centre-back. Cresswell. Cross in here. Mikel Antonio is in there. Good defending from Ilkay Gundogan. And it is a corner for West Ham United. Need Haaland to do well for the Fantasy Premier League, says Meerkat. Exactly. I don't care about City anymore. All I care about is the Fantasy Premier League. Maguire and Spector was good against Brighton, says Adrian, and they still lost 2-1, unfortunately, didn't they? So, a good performance from Harry Maguire and still defeat for Manchester United. I didn't see any of it, but I listened to it on the radio I did on the way back. The second half, anyway. Pascal Gross with a double there, if you've got him in your fantasy team. MK says 2-0. Crossing from West Ham is deep. Chance here. Edison's nearly beaten. Free header here. Open net. Bowen with a strike. Good block. West Ham should be in the lead. Well, City hang on here early on. Cross comes in again. Header just over the bar by Mikel Antonio. Well, the better start comes from the Hammers. All over Manchester City here. Edison did well there. I think Diaz helped him out a lot. It's a good block by Ake. I think it just hit him really, but a really poor start from Manchester City. Really, really poor start. Defensively all over the place. Mikel Antonio there. And his West Ham side could have had 2 or 3 goals. Antonio versus Edison. I think if Edison has another really poor season, he could be in trouble. Because I think we've actually got a decent backup keeper. Well, speaking of that, Edison's down injured. So, I don't know what's going on here. Well, I think he's lost his contact lens, has he? I'm not quite sure. But if Edison is injured, Ortega Moreno comes in. Could this place Edison this season? That'd be really... I mean, Ortega Moreno, you don't wish injury on players, do you? But if you've come into a club wanting to be first choice keeper and you're not going to get many chances to show it, you're hoping Edison picks an injury, aren't you, really? Loving all the FIFA career modes. Can't wait for FIFA 23, says Sam. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. The Newcastle one's going pretty well at the moment, isn't it? But of course, we do want to win the Premier League with Newcastle, get in the Champions League. That's the idea, which we are in now. And FIFA 23 with Manchester City, I'm looking forward to that. And of course, PES Master League as well is coming soon. Ooh, Edison is caught. Whether it's a heel, a shoulder, an elbow, something right under his eye, and it's beginning to swell early on here. It's the elbow of Ruben Diaz, his own player, has smashed the cheekbone of Edison. Nathan Ake clipped into De Bruyne. Cancelo. City look terrible, by the way. Cancelo, beautiful turn. Into Haaland. Gives it away, wins a throw-in. Okay, Haaland. That's not Haaland's game, is it? We need to make sure... Just get him in the box and get chances to him and he'll score goals, surely. We don't need to be getting him involved up, in the build-up. I don't want him dropping deep. That's not what he's good at. Maybe he'll get better at it by doing it, but I'm not quite sure. West Ham are interesting backup keeper Areola after Real Madrid loan from PSG. I think he disappeared. Yeah, I'm surprised Areola doesn't start, really, because you think he's a bit better than Fabianski, but clearly not. He's been around a long time, hasn't he? Villarreal on loan at times, and PSG as well. Samuel says, congrats to the good job you're doing updating us. Hope Man City will win. Thank you very much, Samuel. Compliments like that really are appreciated. Here's Erling Haaland on the ball for Manchester City. Back to Rodri. Nathan Ake. Looking to work it wide, Ake. He does into Jack Grealish. Grealish with space here on this left-hand side. He's found a lot of space. Grealish with a bit of energy going at plays. In behind to Ilkay Gundogan. The saviour for Manchester City at the end of the last season. Cancelo. De Bruyne made a nice run there. So is Jack Grealish. Grealish, head up. Ball into the box. Ooh, Fabianski. Was unsure there. Drops to his hands anyway. Not the best of crosses from Grealish. He's gone to the front post. Needed Erling Haaland running across it. Haaland was waiting at the far post, wasn't he? City have already picked themselves up after a very poor starting 2 minutes or so. Polish keeper sends it long. Soucek against Cancelo. A mismatch that Cancelo wins. Rodri wins the other header. So fell away. Rodri down. Grealish. Haaland picks it up. Great physicality. Shocking first touch from Erling Haaland, however, as he gets on the goal straight away. That is one thing with Haaland I think he needs to improve on as well. His first touch. I mean, we've watched Raheem Sterling for 8 years at Manchester City. I think we're used to players who can't, control a ball first time. If he scores goals, I don't care. If he scores hat-tricks, I really don't care what he does. If you saw Darwin Nunez for Liverpool against Fulham, he looked like the clumsiest player I've ever seen. He was falling over the ball and still scoring. So, if Haaland wants to do that, I'll take that. Walker. Rodri. Okay, City working out from that. I won't be commenting much because I'm glued to the TV, says Jack. No worries. I mean, I was glued to the TV in that Liverpool Charity Shield game. I'm glad I didn't do a stream, really, after that performance we put in. Didn't even turn up, did we? Diaz. Wide 2. Phil Foden on this right-hand side. Walker. Foden. Seems to me that Foden and Grealish are really holding the width, and Cancelo and Walker are very, very narrow. Very narrow. Both played in the midfield. Nathan Ake. Ilkay Gundogan. Ake. Here's Ilkay Gundogan for Manchester City. Bit of space for Erling Haaland here. Come wide to Jack Grealish. Grealish 1-on-1 with Sofal. Grealish clips it again. Not the best of balls from Jack Grealish. But he's getting the ball and he's trying to make things happen, Grealish. I'll take that. I'll take that to start. Cleared away Nathan Ake with a head. De Bruyne, shocking header by KDB. I thought it was poor in the Charity Shield. The ball in behind Manchester City, which Ederson will get in the end of. Outside of his box, and Fornals is continuing to press him. Ederson just watched it out behind for a goal kick. I think Fornals wants a corner there. I don't know why he's looking at the linesman. A couple of things have been updated in the Premier League. I think some of the rules. I was listening the other day. I watched every game I could yesterday. I watched Liverpool Fulham to start, Everton and Chelsea at the end, in the middle Southampton and Spurs. And they were saying that the ball in the Premier League, in average, is in play 55 minutes. That is worried, isn't it? Only 55 minutes the ball is in play. So they've put balls in the corners now and on cones around the pitch to try and get the game moving quicker. Pep Guardiola there, arms out. He's not happy with Ake. De Bruyne was pouring the Community Shield edge, and I thought he was as well. Phil Foden. Back to Diaz. Ake. Bringing that ball forward, Nathan Ake. Wide to Jack Grealish. Grealish. Cancelo. It's weird to see Foden on that far right-hand side. Never played there for City, I don't believe. Foden. Diaz. Bring the ball forward. Still Diaz. Not the best of the ball, Diaz, and it's cost us there. I think Stones not being fit and Laporte being injured is going to cost us because both of them can actually play football with the ball. Diaz and Ake, more pure defenders, cannot play the ball, and it really harms our build-up. It does. Diaz needs someone alongside him who can pass. Ake the same. And them together does cause us problems when trying to build up from the back. Walker on the throw in here for City. He's taking his time here, Kyle Walker. The referee saying throw it in. Walker down to Haaland. Foden. De Bruyne. Hit it with his left foot. Never going in that, De Bruyne. It's a tame shot. Grealish. To the far post to Kyle Walker. Not a bad ball. Just dropped a little bit too early. Antonio against Diaz. Good challenge by Diaz. Foot on the ball. Antonio gets his body in the way. It's a free kick. Good hold-up play from Antonio there. Samuel says, one question. If Man City were to sign Harry Kane at the time he wanted to leave Tottenham, would you consider him as a major threat to defenders in accordance to the Man City style of play? Yes. Is the simple answer, yes. I think Harry Kane would have scored lots of goals for City. Purely because I don't like him. I didn't want him. I'm glad we've got Haaland instead. But yes, Harry Kane would have scored lots of goals for Man City. And the way he plays as well, dropping deep. It'd be like having a false nine up there as well. Dropping deep, picking the passes. I think Harry Kane would have suffered in this side, though. If we were to sell Sterling, Harry Kane would suffer because you think of Harry Kane, he's playing those balls in behind to Kulusevski and Son and runners. There's no runners in this Manchester City side, so Harry Kane would be playing these wonderful passes to no one. So right now, Harry Kane wouldn't work. Last season, Harry Kane would have worked, but if Sterling would have gone like he has done, then we would have had to go into the market for another winger. And if we hadn't done, Harry Kane would have looked poor and had a really poor season for City. He needs people around him with legs. Haaland has got the legs, so he doesn't always need that. The only problem is with Haaland, no one can keep up with him. Looks like Grealish is injured, says Adjin. I hope not. He's looking alright at the moment. Cancelo. Into Walker. Back he goes to Diaz. I hope Grealish isn't injured. This is supposed to be his season. Diaz. Walker. Diaz again. Phil Foden. Walker, Foden. City combination play, 1-2s on this far right hand side of the pitch at London Stadium. Foden. Okay. The problem is this City team, we're just so narrow. It's unbelievable. Ake into Gundogan. Back out to Grealish. Cancelo. Well, we can't sign a left back. We can't sign anyone with any width. So it's just the narrowest team. You've got a left back who wants to come inside, a right back who wants to come inside, and two wingers who want to play inside. Rodri. Got Grealish on this far left hand side. Cancelo. Grealish. Ooh! Late challenge on Jack Grealish. Ball wide to Phil Foden. Foden keeps it in. Great skill. Foden. Behind for a throw-in. Grealish does look like he's injured, Adjin. He might be a few minutes ahead of me. Looks like a late challenge. I don't think Grealish is injured, guys. See it again. Oof. Well, that's a yellow card, referee. Clear yellow card. Grealish, before his roll, manages to look up at the referees. I think he'll be okay. Yeah, he's fine. I don't know if that's not a foul, by the way, Michael Oliver. Because I don't think Sofal got the ball then. And the silliest phrase you can use in football sometimes is, well, he got the ball. If you get the ball and then snap someone's leg in half, it's still a foul. Haaland, well worked. Phil Foden. De Bruyne. Oh, Cancelo in there. De Bruyne doesn't look sharp, you know. At all. Okay. Doesn't panic with it. Nods it down to Walker. Back to Diaz. He'll go all the way back to Ederson. Ball on the bounce here. Putting pressure on Ederson. And the blue kit today. The stream is a bit delayed, says Jack. Apologies. Don't ruin anything if you don't mind. Don't tell me someone scored before they do. I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind. How it works sometimes. A yellow card at least, as Ender. Quite right. Should be a yellow card for Vladimir Sofal, shouldn't it? Got to remember as well, if the stream is behind for you because you're watching the game maybe on a TV, the stream won't be behind for people who can't actually can't actually watch the game. They're just listening to me, aren't they? Here's Ruben Diaz. Back to Ederson. Not the most convincing starts from Manchester City. Andrew says the ref needs glasses. I'll keep quiet if someone scores, says Jack. Thank you, Jack. Once you hear me say goal or whatever, you can tell me all you want about the goal and what you think. Here's Rodri. Terrible pass. Straight to Declan Rice. De Bruyne on the back foot, on his heels. Rice. Wide to Fornals. Lanzini. Oh, given away by Declan Rice. Good work from Kyle Walker. Into Jack Grealish. Come on, Jack. Gundogan. Cancelo on the chest. Come on, Manchester City. Let's see something now. Cancelo driving forward here. Still Joao Cancelo. De Bruyne. Got to pass that to Foden. De Bruyne goes for goal himself. He should have passed to Phil Foden there. Drags the shot wide. I think De Bruyne could leave that to Phil Foden and get in the box. Good work from Joao Cancelo from left back though. Dribbling inside. Onto that stronger right foot. It's got to go to Phil Foden there, I think, KDB. Selfishly goes for goal. And he drags it really far wide. I think even if it's on target, it would have been defended by West Ham. There's a player in there. Cancelo winning headers against Souček. Doesn't seem right. Jack Grealish from Manchester City. Wide to De Bruyne. Poor touch by De Bruyne. Still this one in. Grealish in there. Fabianski. Good commanding goalkeeping. Out to claim it. I'm watching on TV. We need to be thankful because there's someone who can't watch, and at least you give us a live stream. So that's why I follow on TV. Also, you guys, thanks very much, Arjun. Yeah, that's the idea for people who can't watch the game. Long ball forward. Good win by Ake on Soucek. Referee says no free kick. Did come through the back of him a little bit. Cancelo, Gundogan, Grealish. Playing pretty much left wing back at the moment, Grealish. Foden right wing back. The Cancelo and Diaz and Walker inside. Grealish on this left hand side. Switch of play by Jack Grealish is not so good. Cresswell reads it. De Bruyne looks very, very leggy to me. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Bernardo Silva come on at some point for him. And not too late into the game. Ben Johnson. Long. Onto the chest of Lanzini. Manuel Lanzini is offside. Signed from Saudi side, didn't he, the Argentinian? Some years ago on loan when it was still Bielich in charge of West Ham. Known as the Argentinian David Silva. I don't think he's quite lived up to being that, has he? Ender says, you think he should be captain? Who do you think should be captain? Sorry. It's got to be De Bruyne or Diaz, I'd say. De Bruyne or Diaz. But it wouldn't surprise me if it's Gundogan, because he was vice-captain, wasn't it, to Fernandinho. The players will vote. The players will vote. Apparently, Nathan Ake gets very high votes in being possible captain. Just don't seem like Ake is going to be the vocal one who's going to, you know, get into people when they make mistakes, personally. He seems too nice. Grealish. All the way back to Ederson. Come on, City. 16 minutes gone here. We've not seen much from Manchester City, have we? Haaland's not hardly seen the ball. Cancelo. Ake. I think get used to that, though, Haaland not touching the ball. Argentina's got Scott Carson, the new captain, perhaps. Good choice. He is definitely the best player in our squad, isn't he, Scott Carson, so it makes sense. Here's Walker, terrible pass. Johnson away. Walker with a header. Phil Foden. Back we go to Diaz. Rodri, good play for City. Bit of pressing there. I hope Scott Carson is captain, says Meerkat. Perhaps Scott Carson will be the captain. You guys seem to be fans of him. I don't think it will happen. Here's Cancelo. It needs to be someone on the pitch, doesn't it? Joao Cancelo. Wide to Phil Foden. Oh, he's took it down brilliantly there, Phil. De Bruyne. Wins a corner. He always knows Zuma's going to block that, Kevin De Bruyne. Once Zuma gets across there. So he just clips it into Zuma and wins the corner. City have got some big bodies in the box. Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, Erling Haaland. 6'5", Erling Haaland. But he's not known for his heading, is he, Erling Haaland? That's one thing you must remember. Not known for his heading. He is a man who loves to use his feet, not his head. Crossing from Phil Foden. It's a nice one to the far post, actually. It's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Fabianski. Jokes aside, I would like Gundo, but I like Carson because his personality and jokes. Yeah, possibly. Would you take Rafa Leao as a Sterling replacement? Sam says, I would. The only issue with Leao is, Sam, Leao is a player who, similarly to Gabriel Jesus and Sterling, his end product is a bit hit and miss. Also, Leao is a player that plays for AC Milan in a way that is purely individualistic. He's a player who plays with flair, with unpredictability. If he came to Manchester City, we'd take that out of his game. Pep Guardiola says, I don't want any of that. So I don't think he'd suit us. I really don't. I think someone who's more of a stats man, like a Christopher Nkunku, who is a different sort of flair player, I think he would suit us a bit more. You know what I'd love? If you watched Wolves yesterday, Pedro Neto, he was class for Wolves. He'd be a good option, I think. Here is Rodri. Cancelo. Rodri again. City have had all the ball. West Ham are happy just to sit back and soak up pressure. Not had the same sort of joy they did in the previous fixture last season. Phil Foden. Switch of play to Grealish is brilliant. Jack Grealish. Sings in. Erling Haaland's in there and he attacked that well. Just dropped to Phil Foden at the far post. Foden. De Bruyne back into Haaland. Dealt with by Zuma and Johnson. And away by West Ham, but not very far because Cancelo's picked it up. Great skill. Back out to Jack Grealish. City looking for Erling Haaland. We've got someone to aim for in the box. Hallelujah. That's a first, isn't it? Couldn't do that last season. De Bruyne. KDB. Gundogan, unlucky. Declan Rice well dealt with. Soufal under pressure. Long by Soufal. He's done well there, the Czech Republic international. Antonio throws Ruben Diaz to the floor. Ake back to the keeper. I think the referee says no free kick, Michael Oliver. He's not getting much so far in the first 20 minutes. Michael Oliver not too up for helping us out here. Here is Joao Cancelo. Good play. I like Kurt Zouma despite many hate that he got with the cat scandal. Yeah, he's probably a good player, Ajin. Problem is he's an animal abuser, isn't he? So you can't be a fan of someone who abuses animals, can you? Here's Walker. De Bruyne. Walker again, De Bruyne. Look how narrow Walker and Cancelo are. Interesting. Cancelo's picked up a great pocket of space here. He's got to switch the play. He does to Phil Foden. City with a chance. Foden. Into Erling Haaland. Millimetres away from the head of Haaland. If he took a step back there, he might score. City should be in the lead. Who do you blame here? I don't think you can blame anyone. A little bit too much on it from Foden. Oh, Haaland. If he was 6'6", he scores there, but he's 6'5". Actually, I think Haaland should do better. I think he should do better, Erling Haaland. Should be bullet heading that home. So foul. Cancelo with a header down to Gundogan. We're playing okay. We're not playing amazing. We're playing okay. De Bruyne. I tell you who isn't playing well. KDB. Fabianski, header. Grealish into Haaland. Haaland, back to Grealish. Fabianski with a mistake here. So we've got no... Look at that. He can only pass 2 yards away because there's no one on the overlap on the wide areas because there's no width in this team. I think De Bruyne is better than Prime Yaya Toure, says Sam. Quite right, but not today. He's playing like Yaya Toure in his last season at City. De Bruyne, swing to the far post. Haaland in there. Fabianski punches it away. And he stayed down here, Fabianski. Adrian says your stream is delayed by 1 minute and 56 seconds, if my math is right. Thank you, Rain Man. And Linda says, no point being 6'5" and can't hit the ball from that distance. Yeah. And I think he's just booted Fabianski in the chest here. I think he has. West Ham keeper gets studs from Haaland. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Haaland puts his foot out there. He actually pulls out the challenge. I don't know why Fabianski's down because no one's touched him. He should be okay. Oh, come on. There's nothing wrong with Fabianski here. If Haaland had connected with him, he might have been getting stretched off. One thing I thought I was mentioning, especially in football world at the moment, you know, with VAR, that what we do is when the ball goes out of play sometimes or when the ball's offside, they let you play on, don't they? They let you play on and the linesman puts the flag up late. Well, one thing to mention is Chelsea yesterday played Everton. Jordan Pickford went to control the ball. The ball went a mile out of play. The linesman saw it but didn't put his flag up because he wanted the game to continue because Pickford gave it back to Chelsea and they could have scored from it and then they would have said the ball went out of play. It's actually a corner. When the ball came back into play from that, Ben Godfrey makes a tackle and breaks his ankle. Okay, so Ben Godfrey has now broken his ankle. I don't know how long he'll be out for. Could be, 6 months. The Everton player stretched it off. There was 20 minutes so of added time in the first half. If the linesman puts his flag up there, Ben Godfrey doesn't make that tackle and he hasn't broke his ankle. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that is the linesman's fault? Has he caused the injury for the player by not putting his flag up? I'm not quite sure. What's this? 31.2 degrees here on the thermometer at the London Stadium. We're having a drinks break, I believe. Nice to see. And a round of applause here from the West Ham fans. I don't know if it's for Fabianski. He's got it up. Oh, it's for new signing, Jean-Lucas Gamaka, who looks like he will be a problem for us when he comes on. He just looks like someone that'll bully us, doesn't he? The big Italian. Been a very good player. He's surprised he never played for AC Milan. Was he on loan there at one point? He's played for Genoa, Sassuolo. Now West Ham United. Big signing for them because PSG were interested also. PSG wouldn't pay more than 20 million euros, I believe. Could see Fabianski come off here. It seems it's a knee injury at the moment. English ref for the worst is Adjin. I agree. The English refs are poor. That being said, though, there are some poor other refs in the other leagues. I mean, Maheus Louth in Spain is pretty poor. And in La Liga, they also have a referee called Hernandez. His first and last name the same. He's pretty poor as well. But not many beat the likes of Michael Oliver, Phil Dowd, who doesn't referee anymore, if you remember him, Howard Webb, and many more. There is some poor, poor referees in the Premier League, isn't he? Fabianski's back to his feet, but he's limping. City need to test the goalkeeper as soon as we get a chance now. If he's limping, he can't really move himself as quick as he could do. Jack Grealish there, a kick into Soufal. I have a feeling Fabianski's not going to continue here because he's still hobbling around. Do you think Man City should hijack Man United's deal for Anthony from Ajax? I don't think Man United will sign Anthony Sam this summer. Ajax are sick of selling players. They'll want, what, 80, 90 million euros. United won't pay that unless they're really desperate. If they do pay that, they're daft, aren't they? But then again, that is Man United. But I think City could maybe move it for Anthony next summer. I mean, if Phil Foden decides that he's going to be a right winger now, we've got Foden, Palmer and Mahrez that can play in the right wing. It's a left winger we're looking for, isn't it? Maybe move Jack Grealish into the middle if Bernardo Silva leaves. I'm not quite sure. Anthony has problems with his discipline, temper, something Pep doesn't like, probably not. Well, City were actually linked with Anthony when he played for San Paulo before he joined Ajax. City weren't willing to take the risk on him. Well played Grealish, Gundogan. Going backwards again, Ilkay Gundogan, as he does so regularly. I'd love to see Ilkay Gundogan's pass map just sideways and backwards. He's just the German Jordan Henderson at times. But he's not as bad as Jordan Henderson, and obviously he scored them 2 goals for City. He's better in the box than Jordan Henderson is. I'm not saying he's as bad as Henderson, but just I do get frustrated with Gundogan sometimes. 26 minutes gone here. Not the most exciting of games, is it, here at the London Stadium? Erling Haaland, stop making runs because Gundogan cannot pass forward. Cancelo. Haaland makes so many runs, but he doesn't get the ball, does he? Walker. Maybe it'll come with time when we get used to him, but at the moment, the players don't know how to look forward. Excuse me. De Bruyne. Rodri. Walker. Nathan Ake. Got Grealish to the left of him. Grealish. Walker. Foden in space. You can only... City is so narrow, it's unbelievable. Jack Grealish for Manchester City here. 26 minutes gone. Haaland, great play. Gundogan's offside. Gundogan's in. Pulls it back. Goal for Manchester City. Gundogan's offside. He should have left it for Grealish, Ilkay Gundogan. Jack Grealish in the space there. Gundogan takes it instead of Grealish. He's got to leave that. Great play by Grealish, by the way. If Gundogan leaves that, Grealish gets to it and we score. Instead, Gundogan gets on the end of it and it's offside. Well, you saw what Ilkay Gundogan did there. He sideways passed. He weren't going to shoot, was it? And Fabianski's down again for West Ham. It's looking like their first change will be enforced. Alphonse Areola is coming on for the Polish goalkeeper. His day is over within 27 minutes. It's a shame for him. 36, 37 years of age now. A chance for Alphonse Areola to impress the Frenchman. One's predicted to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world in the future. He's never got anywhere near that, has he? Erling Haaland goes across to apologise for bundling into him. Don't think anything. And it was Haaland's fault, was it? At all. At all. David Moyes giving some instructions to Mikel Antonio. West Ham haven't really touched the ball at all today, have they? Antonio's had a few, battles up there, but City have been dominant. We've got nothing to show for that dominance, haven't we? Because we've, created one chance there. Is that our first real chance created? Maybe the Haaland one as well. So 2 chances created. One that ended up in the back of the net, but it was offside. Wouldn't really consider it a real chance because it was offside. Imagine you're right predicting Areola will come on. Fabianski, even after that bundle, it just didn't look like he was right. He's bundled over and that was it. So Alphonse Areola, let's hope he has a terrible game for West Ham. I did see a bit of a comedy own goal as well yesterday for Southampton. Mohamed Salisu just lumped it in his own net. I don't know what he was doing there. Long ball by West Ham. Rodri against Antonio. Good header, Jack Grealish. Grealish. Come on, Jack. Let's get going then. That's good play. Grealish. Cancelo. Slip from Soufal. Cancelo onto that left foot. Pass Soufal. Get it in the box. To the far post. No one's there. Walker. Haaland was at the near post. Back out to Phil Foden. Bad ball by Kyle Walker. Diaz defends it well to stop the counter-attack. Foden. Well played, and back to Kyle Walker. Antonio's still down here. He'll get back up. Oh, City, sportsman-like, dribble it out of play. Mikel Antonio's picked up an injury here. Well, Skamaka's debut could come earlier than he thought. Would you take Elise at cam, replacement of Bernardo Silva if he leaves? I can't see a Michael Elise playing in the midfield for Manchester City, Sam. If he came to us, he'd play right wing. He would not play through the middle. Bernardo Silva's going to be very difficult to replace. We need someone with a lot of energy, an engine on them, good passing. I mean, Jude Bellingham springs to mind. But that is going to be one big transfer battle next summer. This summer, if you want Jude Bellingham, you're going to be paying 130 million euros, aren't you, to Borussia Dortmund? Bellingham has a really good relationship, though, with Erling Haaland, which might work in our favour. Ooh, Mikel Antonio looks to have landed uncomfortably on that left knee. And that could be game over for Antonio. Bad start for West Ham if they get... I mean, the thing is as well, if West Ham sub off Antonio for injured now, they can only make one sub left. 3 players all at the same time. So that puts them in a real bad position. Because they have to make all 3 subs in the same period. See how defensive West Ham have been on their average pass map there and average positions. Everyone back, barring Mikel Antonio. He's going to try and run this one off. But I think he's jarred his knee there, Antonio. I don't know if you can just sort of run that one off. We'll have to see. Cancelo for Manchester City. Rodri brings the ball forward over the halfway line. Cancelo on the centre circle. Cancelo outside the boot, pass out to Jack Grealish. Great take from Jack. Grealish. Cancelo on the turn. Cancelo, Rodri, short. Walker. No width at all in this team. City have to patiently pass it around the back too often at the moment. Here's Kyle Walker. Gundogan. Walker again. Grealish has come narrow. Hopefully Cancelo is out wide. He is. Joao Cancelo. To take on Sofal. Body feint after body feint from Cancelo, but doesn't really get him anywhere. Grealish. Cancelo. Gundogan. Options. Runners. Short to Diaz. Back we go to base. Kyle Walker, City. Patient. Play from City. Walker with a switch to Grealish. It's a shocking ball by Kyle Walker. Well, not the best of performances so far. It looks like if we're going to get any points here, it'll be a game we grind out. Mark Noble in the crowd there. 550 appearances for West Ham United from 2004 to this year. Impressive. Mr. West Ham. Rodri, good work from Foden there, holding off Thomas Souček. Diaz. Cancelo. Come on, let's do something here. It's just pass. We're so narrow at the back, it's just pass between the fullback and centre-back, just over and over again. De Bruyne, Haaland's made a run here. Oh, it's gone through to Walker, has it? It's a bad ball by De Bruyne, by the way. I know Erling Haaland's quick, but he's not Usain Bolt when, I don't know, after 20 Red Bulls. He's never getting the end of that, is he? Ever. Never getting the end of that. Zuma. Rice. City pressing. Zuma. Long. Diaz, good header. Souček. Rodri taken down here. Free kick for Manchester City. They've thrown it away. West Ham won't let us take it quickly. Okay. Cancelo. Both sides have had 3 shots so far. Grealish. Okay. Rodri. Apparently something has happened, says the people in front. Is it positive or negative? Hopefully it's a City goal, eh? Walker. Diaz. At the moment, City are knocking around at the back, so that worries me. Rodri. Gundogan. Poor first touch. Ake. Come on, City. Rodri. Into Cancelo. Joao Cancelo. Gundogan on the turn. Haaland's through here. Haaland's through. Down in the box. Penalty, Manchester City. Well, it was positive. Don't mean we'll score it. Riyad Mahrez isn't on the field. Does this mean Erling Haaland takes it? I think it does. Erling Haaland picks the ball up. Penalty for Manchester City. Finally, we find him in the box. Takes it round the keeper. I mean, Areola can't complain. West Ham can't complain about that one, can they? The guy is just so quick. Crunched in the box. I mean, he's going to score as well. If he don't take his legs there, he's going to score there. So Areola, Manchester City penalty. To take it. Erling Haaland. For his first Manchester City goal. From the spot. Imagine if he only scores penalties for us. That'll do, won't it? We need someone who can take penalties. Here he comes. Put that ball down and smash it in. Don't do it for Manchester City, Haaland. Do it for my fantasy Premier League team. I need the points here. Erling Haaland steps up. Sends the keeper the wrong way. 1-0 Manchester City. And Erling Haaland celebration begins. The Viking has done it. Adrian says, where's the song? 1 minute, let the goal just play out. Here we go. Haaland, here he goes. Jack Wilson says Haaland. The robot has done it, says Brandon. Haaland, oh, he tells it right to the camera. The shush celebration from Haaland as well. Already scores for Manchester City. Look how happy the players are for him as well. That's the way to take penalties, says Terry Albion. Sends the keeper a mile the wrong way. Never in doubt. Riyad Mahrez is applauding on the bench. Maybe that's Mahrez replaced on penalties. He missed one at the London Stadium last time. Look at that celebration for Haaland. Just to wind up all the people that have been complaining missing a sitter. I know he scored a penalty, but who cares? First player to score on the Premier League debut for Man City since Ilkay Gundogan. What was that, 2016? That shows the type of players we've been signing. Let's stop the Haaland song now and let's continue. Haaland, clean penalty, says Ender. I love Haaland runs, it's so funny, says Jack Wilson. Yeah, he's just too big, isn't he? I think. Walker away, 1-0 Manchester City. I'll put it on the scoreboard. I'm too busy enjoying it. The fact that I forgot City have scored. Not 1-0 to West Ham. 1-0 to Manchester City. Come on now. That was silly of me. Here we go. We sold Sterling, he runs like a goose, and we signed Haaland, who runs like an ostrich. Maybe we have a thing about having players who run funny. I always say Sterling runs like Velma in Scooby-Doo. If you see that in the scenes where they're running, chasing after someone, after a villain, he runs just like Velma. Here's Phil Foden. City take the lead through a penalty. Ball in behind by Foden. But look at this City straight away. Look at the speed of Erling Haaland. The guy is ridiculous. I mean, he's filled with confidence now. Foden. Ball through to De Bruyne. Taken down, referee. No advantage there. Free kick Manchester City. I hope Phil Foden's okay. It was a late challenge on him. Game has come alive now though, hasn't it? Declan Rice with a late challenge on Phil Foden. Nowhere near the wall. I actually think it's a real cheap sort of a weak foul really. Foden's already lost the ball by the time Rice slides in on him. Free kick for Manchester City from, what, 27, 28 yards. KDB, Ilkay Gundogan over it. Gundogan who played the pass to Erling Haaland to win the penalty. That means a lot. Why didn't I captain Erling Haaland against West Ham? I captained Harry Kane against Southampton. You know, Harry Kane has scored a hat-trick against Southampton last time. And I was stupid enough to think he'd score. Haaland on 5 points. That would have got me 10 points. Only on 27. The Fantasy Premier League thing I will always mention on the channel this season. Trying to mention it a bit more. I forgot it a few times in the last season. So any live we do, we'll mention the Fantasy Premier League team. Free kick to Manchester City. Ilkay Gundogan runs up to it. It's a poor one. Straight into the wall. Bad by Ilkay Gundogan. Get him off the free kicks. Foden goes back to KDB. And all the way back to goalkeeper Edison. But we are in the lead. Mbappe or Haaland, says Adjin. Haaland all the way. I think Mbappe probably is the better player all round, isn't it? But you've got to back your own player. It's like all your Man United fans that have had to pretend Ronaldo is better than Messi for so long. Breaking news, Chelsea got tricked and actually signed Velma from Scooby-Doo. In fact, not the England international Raheem Sterling. Sterling was doing some interesting throwing himself on the floor yesterday, wasn't he? Spent most of the game on the floor yesterday. I didn't think he was that bad, actually. He was one of Chelsea's best players. But they've got no ideal striker up top, so it was Sterling from last season. No one to aim for. Good pass from Cancelo. Phil Foden. Ah, beautiful feet from Phil. Ball into the box here over Haaland. Could fall to Grealish. Good defending from Souček. Defending by Gerard Bowen. Diaz. Boot through the head of Mikel Antonio. Diaz, that's stupid. Another foul on Antonio. He's struggling against Antonio Diaz, but he's being aggressive to it. Chelsea lost those strikers to Argentina. They might sign Aubameyang, apparently. That'd be an odd one, wouldn't it? I think Armando Borgia probably will be quite good for them. On loan at Southampton last season. Looks like they're going to give him a chance. West Ham wanted him. They signed Skamaka instead. But yeah, Sterling without a striker he struggles with. And he's going to go through that at Chelsea now. I hope he's terrible for Chelsea. I'm sorry, I hope he's absolutely terrible. Ball over top by West Ham. All the way behind for a goal for City. Well, West Ham, I wouldn't say City have played well. West Ham have done nothing so far. Chelsea have missed a fortnight. Timo Werner, says Jack. Hate to disappoint you, Jack, but Timo Werner is on his way to RB Leipzig, it's been revealed today. About an hour before kickoff, it was said that a deal has been agreed. Whether it's a loan or a permanent deal, I'm not quite sure. Be a good deal for Leipzig. They sell Werner for 60 to Chelsea, and then probably buy him back for, what, 30? If he's worth that. So foul, spun by Grealish. Go on, Jack. Brilliant from Jack Grealish. Big heavy first touch. Takes him into space here, Grealish. Pass so foul again by Grealish. Cancelo on the overlap. Joao. Idiot. Why are you looking for the nutmeg there? Look, Grealish stood next to him. Gundogan picks up for Manchester City. I tell you what, at the moment this kit isn't as cursed as the previous one. That kit we played in last season that said Man City strapped across the front of it. Horrible kit. Was cursed, wasn't it? Edison's not wearing any pink kits as well this season. I mentioned it before, but pink kit Edison is a problem. Today, Edison wears blue. Here's Cancelo. Grealish. Gundogan. Look at Foden in space. Walker. Gundogan. Walker. Back we go. We need Grealish to keep doing these bursting runs instead of always passing back. Exactly, Ender. That's the Jack Grealish we want to see. Bit of confidence running up. But that's what the thing is. That's what Jack Grealish is good at, running up players. And actually, in this formation, he's getting plenty of chance to do that. Grealish. Cancelo. Foden making a run on the far right hand side. It's a difficult pass. Joao Cancelo. Easy for him. Foden with a back heel. De Bruyne into the box here. Oh, it's a brilliant pullback. Ilkay Gundogan. Don't know what he's doing. Didn't go for Haaland in the box, KDB. Antonio. Get up. Rodri with nothing on Antonio. Just chucks himself over at Rodri there. City go forward again. Joao Cancelo's looking good at left back. Cancelo. Cancelo. Shoots from range, a mile wide. Werner's all-time top scorer at Leipzig. It's not hard to see. Leipzig is younger by many of us, probably. Yeah, Leipzig didn't really exist, did they, a few years ago? Gundogan here. What a ball to Haaland. He's just so quick, isn't he? And he knew Haaland, the keeper, knew he was going to foul him there. And if he didn't foul him, he puts it in an empty net. But he's gone. Look how he runs. He's just massive, isn't he? He actually touched it with his right foot as well, which is clever. If he touched it with his left foot there, I think the keeper gets it. Ake, good defending. For a moment. But here's Gerard Bowen. Antonio's offside. Well done. They were founded in 2009, says Adjin. Yeah, so a year after Manchester City, according to Man United fans. Here's Ruben Diaz. Kevin De Bruyne. I've just spilt my water all over the floor here, guys. Rookie mistake there. I put it by my feet. I'll deal with it afterwards. Here's Lanzini for West Ham. Luckily, I have people on set who come up and clean up for me. Here's Ake up against Bowen. Good defending from Ake. It's a goal kick as well. Well done, Nathan Ake. Well done, Nathan Ake. Good work from him. Gerard Bowen. Been non-existent for West Ham so far. Clean up and set one, please. Here we go. They're cleaning up for us. It's quite good when you're commentating. People around me just help me out. Okay. Why to KDB? Come on, City. De Bruyne. Ball in behind to Phil Foden. Ooh, just drops before to Cresswell. De Bruyne pressing high. Kyle Walker out position. City in trouble here. Lanzini. Antonio on the turn. Well dealt with by Ruben Diaz. Lumped away. Look at Grealish going. Where's this Grealish been? Hunting so fell down there. City have made 440 passes. Sorry, 340 passes to West Ham's 40. 40 more passes made by Manchester City today. 40? Ignore me. Honestly, ignore me. What am I saying? City have made 340... I'll start again. City have made 340 passes today. About 5 seconds ago now. West Ham have made 40. 300 more passes by Man City. I'm not on it today, guys. Apologies. For the first time back in the Premier League, I'm not quite on it. Gundogan, tackled by Souček. Who cares? It's 1-0, says Adjin. Ben Johnson. Back he goes to Alphonse Areola. Looks like City are going to go in 1-0 up at half-time. Zuma. Souček. Zuma again. Movement from Fornals. That's better from West Ham, actually. Big man like Rodri, though, just shrugs Fornals off the ball. And Diaz into Ake. City have found it very, very easy, haven't they? Who cares? It's 1-0 to Adjin. Yeah, quite right. Jack says it's alright, KDB, and that's it today either. Yeah, I'm having a Kevin De Bruyne sort of day. Slightly off sharpness. Jack Grealish. On his left-hand side. Goes back. 4 minutes of added time. Not sure what for. Must be the Fabianski injury. Didn't feel like it was 4 minutes, though. Okay. Cancelo. Other than the penalty, though, we don't like scoring, do we? Cancelo out to Grealish again. Good play by City. Grealish. Into Haaland. It's a bad ball. De Bruyne can't win it back. It's not a foul on Souček. West Ham have gone down very easily today. Grealish. Turn the other way, Jack. Your best games today has been when you're going forward. Grealish. Cancelo. Gundogan. Into Kyle Walker. Backwards we go. A lot of backwards passing today. No urgency from the side. I suppose we're 1-0 up, but it could come back to bite us, that. I'd be trying to get a second goal here. I think West Ham, yes, they've been non-existent, but who's to say they won't get a file it under the backside in the second half and come out and really attack us? And if they do really attack us, I think we'll struggle. Nathan Ake. Bringing the ball forward. Clipped into Grealish. Dealt with easily by West Ham. This is his first chance of the game for them, really. Joe Bowen. He's had to go all the way back. Good pressing from City. Cuts out the forward pass. Kurt Zuma. Johnson. Rice. Johnson. Grealish. Good pressing. Rice. Souček. Sofal. Options here for West Ham. They're going behind Gerard Bowen. Chased by Manuel Lanzini. Bowen goes down. I mean, Cancelo, Cancelo's telling the referee he needs some glasses to see that. He might get a yellow card for that one, Joao Cancelo. Adrian says, who do you think's the biggest Man City flop of all time? You have candidates like Mangala, Mendy and Robinho. Well, I wouldn't put Mangala in the same sense as them two, because two of them are in prison. So I'd probably go with the two in prison, to be honest with you, Adrian. I think Cancelo's getting a yellow card here. He has got a yellow card for asking the referee, does he need glasses? Signalling that to the referee. Stupid yellow card for Cancelo. I mean, he knows as soon as he touches Bowen, he's going to go down there. But he shouldn't be through the back of him so easily. And right before half-time, this gives West Ham a really good chance. Gerard Bowen on the free kick. Hopefully it's a terrible ball in, but we Souček in there. Zuma. And even Declan Rice as well. There's a good chance. Antonio. Oh, it's a terrible ball in by West Ham. He don't look on it at all today, do they? Ben Johnson back into the box here. All the way through to Haaland. Everyone is offside. Ederson throws it out. Quick counter for City. Grealish. Still Grealish. De Bruyne is on the different wavelength to every single player. Pep Guardiola gets up saying to Jack Grealish, what is that? Adrian says Mendy, Robinho and Barca are the ones who are playing for us and also are in prison. Yeah, Robinho's not been in prison while playing for Manchester City. The other two have, haven't they? But yeah, plenty of flops, aren't they? Just horrible. Well, I think being awful people. Who cares about the footballing ability? Just being awful people. City with a chance here. Kevin De Bruyne. Mistake by West Ham into Erling Haaland. Good touch by Haaland. Foden. Trying to be too clever. Back out to Kyle Walker. Can he cross it? He's got Haaland in there. Not a bad cross into Haaland. Nodded away. Behind for a throw into Manchester City. Looking for that chance to double our lead before half-time. I think 2-0 at half-time. A bit more confidence. I'd be very shaky 1-0 at half-time because West Ham have got a lot left in them and they can go do a lot better than this. Throwing for Kyle Walker. Launch it into the box. Straight to West Ham. That's a terrible throw-in. Half-time whistle goes. Manchester City lead West Ham by 1-0. It is a goal from the spot for Erling Haaland, a penalty that separates the two sides. We're going to have a little break Like I said, I'm on full sharpness today, so we're going to have a little break over half-time, and we're back for the second half, where we hopefully see a few more goals from the big Norwegian up top. We'll see you guys for the second half very shortly.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah, for my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. Oh, my darkest memories, now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. We can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. What do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. Second half is underway shortly. We've still got the clock going there. We'll turn that off. Second half has not kicked off quite yet. Manchester City lead West Ham by 1-0. Been a odd first half, really. Been slow, but City do have the lead. Not been the entertaining football for Manchester City. It's not been the usual Manchester City play. But of course, it is the first game this season, and we've only played, haven't we, 2 pre-season games. 3 maybe, the Liverpool one as well. We're not quite sharp. That will take time. But Erling Haaland looks sharp, and Haaland's making some really, really good runs, isn't he? But he's not being found at the moment. That is something we need to change in this second half. When he makes those runs, KDB's got to get his head up, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, and find Erling Haaland. Because with his first shot on target in the Premier League, which obviously from the penalty spot, he scored a goal. So with more shots on target, you hope to see more goals from Erling Haaland. I do believe he'll get plenty of goals in a Manchester City shirt if we can do that. Other than that, I think Jack Grealish, having been impressed by Jack Grealish, however, tells Moon there in the comments, says, disappoints me Grealish, to be honest. This is second season, I'm still too afraid. He's still too afraid to take on players, bad decision making. I mean, it is the first game of the season. He looked really good before the Liverpool game, didn't he, in pre-season. I'd give him a chance. I think Grealish is a good player. I think he will come good, but it's just not going to happen overnight for him, unfortunately. I understand your frustration with Jack Grealish, me too, but you've got to stay confident with your players. You've got to back your team, back your players, and I'll back Jack Grealish for now. Obviously, if he doesn't perform this season, then questions start to be asked of a £100 million player, don't they? But for now, he's got plenty of time to go on and be one of the top players in this team and start every game. And if you know, Phil Foden's getting pushed to the right-hand side and Mara's being dropped, that to me shows you how highly Pep Guardiola does rate Jack Grealish. And we could see a Grealish, Foden, Haaland front three for a lot of the season. Mara's coming in there every now and again when he can at, 31 years of age, now 32. You expect him to start slowing down. The same goes to KDB, actually. Hopefully not, though. But today, Kevin De Bruyne has played at a very slow tempo and not looked at all sharp. And that is a worry. And he looked really poor in the Liverpool game also. But let's hope that Kevin De Bruyne have a better second half. Find some passes to Erling Haaland. Find some runs of Erling Haaland. And we can score some more goals. An Erling Haaland hat-trick would do us the world of good. Penalty was a clear one. Replay being shown right now on Sky Sports main event. Pep Guardiola looked a bit worried before Haaland stepped up there, but you shouldn't have be panicked, should they? Erling Haaland, however, I have seen Haaland missed a few penalties. So that is just something to note. Applauds from the bench. Cancelo happy, Haaland happy. And there, walking through the stands, is Alfie Haaland, Erling Haaland's dad, whose debut goal for Manchester City became against West Ham. And with him is, I can't remember his name now, Inga Fjortov, something like that. He's a journalist, Norwegian journalist, of course, very close to the Haaland family. Every time the reports reported that Haaland was joining City, he said, oh no, it's not true. He hasn't made a decision yet. I think he was just trying to, you know, bring down the idea that it had been completed. Not lose, obviously, Haaland's bargaining power, whatever they had. Some big games coming up for the rest of the next week as well. City, of course, playing Bournemouth next weekend at home. I will be at that game. So no commentary for the Bournemouth game and no commentary for most of the home games this season. I will be away at the games. And if you, like you guys mentioned before, if you're at the game, you see me at the game, come and say hi. I don't mind talking to you. As long as you don't come and beat me up for my opinions. Some people do that. I think Mark Goldbridge gets that, doesn't he? But I don't sit in front of a camera and punch my desk. Gerald says, come on, City, let's get a few more in the second half. Yeah, let's see a bit of tempo from Manchester City in the second half. It is a bit slow, a bit, I don't know, laboured, isn't it, the way we're playing. I read that Edison has completed more passes than the whole of the West Ham team combined, or something crazy like that, which doesn't surprise me. City have had 6 shots, 1 on target. That sums it up, doesn't it, really? 373 successful passes to West Ham 74. 79, nearly 80% possession. West Ham had 3 shots, none on target, and I think all 3 of those came in the opening 5 minutes. City just need to... you know, when I say City need to take the game to West Ham a little bit, I don't know if it's because West Ham are just seemingly so unbothered and so relaxed and so not in the game. That's maybe why we're seeing City playing that way as well. I think City do need to pick it up, take it up again a little bit. West Ham also, give us a bit of a game. Give us a bit of a game and let's see who wins this one. Because, yes, you want to see Manchester City win, but they also like to watch good football as well. So Haaland there. Ready to get a few more goals in Manchester City colours. That be green and black today. Second half is about to kick off. Players are back on the pitch. The bubbles are floating around the London Stadium. And David Moyes speaks with new signing Jean-Luc Scamacca. Says, get ready because you're coming on in not too long. I think Mikel Antonio, perhaps, that knee injury will keep him out and stop him from playing too long in this second half. City versus West Ham. And it's underway here for the second half. 45 more minutes for Manchester City. An immediate win on the header by Cancelo, and Grealish looking to take on Sofal, and he's dropped Sofal. Brilliant from Jack Grealish, and Erling Haaland makes a run through the middle, and Grealish got to find De Bruyne here. Pass it! Grealish still, into Haaland, back to Grealish. Declan Rice, good defending. I tell you what, Haaland and Grealish seem to have a better connection than Haaland and De Bruyne there. They really do. Antonio up against Ake. Brilliant hold-up play from Mikel Antonio. West Ham play it into their own man, and Haaland in to win it back for Manchester City. Haaland, Grealish. Well done, Erling Haaland, showing he's got the work rate as well to play for the City side. Ake. Rodri. Ake again. Into Walker on the turn here in the centre circle, Kyle Walker. City's tactics, very evident at the moment, aren't they? Basically, 2 at the back, 3 in the midfield. And that is Walker and Cancelo in that midfield. And you've got Foden and Grealish holding the width. De Bruyne, Gundogan just in front. Haaland, the focal point up top. City, when winning at half-time, have played 23 games, 22 wins and 1 draw since May 2021. That is an impressive stat. This Manchester City side. Julian Alvarez, I believe, is warming up on the sidelines. Be good to see him come on. I think he'll bring something to the game, won't he? Bring some energy. 93% of you guys who have voted do believe Manchester City will win this game. Especially from this position now. Rodri. Ruben Diaz. Phil Foden. Into the centre to Kyle Walker. Walker out wide to Phil Foden again. De Bruyne picking up a little pocket of space. We haven't managed to find him. Walker, De Bruyne. Walker again. Back out wide to Phil Foden. Foden, good skill. Foden. Walker on the overlap here. Could cross it, but he remembers Walker that he can't cross a football. Foden, De Bruyne. Oh. I think Kevin De Bruyne needs to come off. He's terrible. Absolutely terrible from De Bruyne. Just not on it at all. Walker should have crossed that. I don't even know who Kyle Walker's... I don't even know who Kevin De Bruyne's passing to there. Kyle Walker's the one in space. Don't know if he's just miskicked it, but it just goes straight out for a goal kick. Areola harried by Phil Foden. Long ball. Rodri wins the header. It's a throw into Manchester City. Comes off the West Ham man. Well, at the moment, West Ham are trying to get into the game, trying to get a foothold in the game. And you do feel they're a bit hard done by because things aren't going their way. 50-50s tend to bounce in City's favour. You know, like that. Couldn't even get a throw in West Ham. Cancelo. Back to Gundogan. Good pass into Diaz. Good positioning as well. Diaz brings the ball forward for City. Owns the man in space on his far right hand side. On the byline, Phil Foden just over the halfway line. Walker. Creation space in the far left. Rodri. Ake. Laboured performance from Manchester City so far. We're playing the same way we played against Spurs at the start of last season. We lost, didn't we? Playing really narrow fullbacks, and Pep changed that pretty quickly because it wasn't working. I hope us getting a win here today doesn't make him think that it's going to work all season. Foden against Lanzini. Foden again. Into Diaz. Out to Ake. Effectively a 3 at the back now with Rodri sitting in there. That's poor by Ake. The pass from Diaz was shocking to Ake. It was over here, and Ake sends it up into the stands for a throw-in when he tries to pass it forward. West Ham do get a throw-in and they get a bit of possession for themselves. Kurt Zouma. The pressure from De Bruyne. Plays out of it, Zouma. Lanzini. West Ham not looking too confident in possession. Cresswell into Antonio. Off the knee of Mikel Antonio out for a throw. And that's what I mean. Just nothing's sticking for West Ham at the moment. Nothing is quite going West Ham's way. And that could change, though. You know, if they score a goal or they get a chance, the momentum just can switch and swing very quickly. Walker. Who hasn't put one good throw in today. Every single one seems to go on to West Ham. Phone in the back of Cresswell. You find Cresswell. There's nothing in that. Long ball. Rodri battles off Souček. Rice could head it. Lanzini. Headed it back to Cresswell. Lanzini again. Foden in on Declan Rice. Cresswell. Forward. Rodri. Intercepted. Down to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker. Lost out. Still gets a foot on the ball there. It's a free kick Manchester City. I don't know how that went City's way there. I really don't. Kyle Walker feels like he was fouled. Grealish. Back to Ake. Come on, City. Let's see a bit of risk in this play. Ake. Into Diaz. Diaz and Ake must have had the most touch on the pitch here today. Just passing it between each other. Ake. West Ham are trying to make Ake play. They know he's probably the weakest in there. De Bruyne with a really bad pass. Or is it Haaland this time? Bit overhit, but nothing comes of it. Ederson. Diaz. Foden. We don't even look like scoring, really. Phil Foden. Rodri. Space for Gundogan. Into Grealish instead. Good control on the left foot. Gundogan. In towards the near post. Haaland arriving. Ben Johnson away. Good header by Rodri. Oh, he's far as Fornals, though, on his far right-hand side. Ball in behind to Bowen. Nathan Ake puts it behind for a throw, and I think Ake should do better there. But he does the simple thing. Puts it out for a throw-in. No nonsense from Ake. Throw-in by West Ham. Zuma. Heavy touch. De Bruyne was on it straight away. Areola. Zuma. Areola. Foden tight to him. Making them play the ball. Cancelo. Not the best of headers. Grealish takes it down back to Ederson. Well, it's a lot of backwards and sideways, isn't it, so far from Manchester City? A lot of backwards and sideways. Okay. Not the most exciting game to start the Premier League season. Might change, maybe. It'd change if West Ham got a goal. Get Bernardo, we need a bit of intensity, says Jack. Yeah, a bit of energy anywhere in this pitch, Jack, will do us a world of good. The team just look so slow. I think the thing is, they are slow, aren't they? We haven't got any players any speed bar Haaland. Rodri. Brilliant again from Rodri. Got to play Haaland. He's got to... Erling Haaland is saying to Rodri, give me the ball in behind. And Rodri says, I'll do it next time. Well, next time never comes, does it? Foden. Looking to run at Cresswell here, Phil Foden. De Bruyne. Foden looking one-dimensional on this far side because he only wants to go inside. Walker. De Bruyne. Backwards we go to Diaz. And him and Ake will play football at the back now for a while. Rodri. Gundogan. Don't know why Haaland even bothers making runs. The problem is it's going to discourage him from making runs, Haaland, because we never find him. And he'll start coming deep and trying to get involved with the play. It's not what we want him to do. Let him make the runs and find him. That's what created the penalty. Oh, Ilkay Gundogan with an absolutely terrible sideways pass. The thing he's supposed to be good at. Ball over Ake here. Antonio. Chance. West Ham across the box. Diaz dealt with it. Declan Rice over the bar. Ilkay Gundogan. They'd put on a claret shirt there. Pulls up the socks, the captain. Terrible pass from Ilkay Gundogan. Absolutely terrible pass from Gundogan. Didn't look before he received the ball. Tends to blame others as well, Gundogan, I've noticed. A better strike from Rice. And City would be behind. And Pep, hands on head for him. Wondering what has Gundogan done there. Actually captained that. Making poor passes like that. Can't be doing that, Gundogan. Especially not with a simple sideways pass. Walker. Diaz. Be nice if we actually passed the ball and wanted to go forward, wouldn't it? Diaz. Ball through to Foden. Oh, brilliant from Phil Foden. Phil. Messes it up. Could have gone into De Bruyne. I think the pace of De Bruyne would have cost him there. Phil Foden. Chance. Turns away from Lanzini. Rice gets a foot in on Phil Foden. He wants a free kick. He's not going to get one. And West Ham back in possession. I think West Ham just having that chance there where Gundogan made a mistake will give them, mentally, a bit of a push. So foul. Into Fornals. Johnson, Souček. I mean, they're moving the ball as slow as us at the moment. Ben Johnson, great switch of play. Out to Aaron Cresswell. That is a terrible cross, though. Oh, Edison. Terrible cross. Edison nearly drops it. De Bruyne on the turn here. KDB. Gives it straight to West Ham, Kevin De Bruyne. Get him off. Get Kevin De Bruyne off. We're playing with 10 men with him on the field at the moment. It's terrible. Lanzini shoots from range, blocked by Rodri. Haaland getting back for his side. Every City man back now. Rodri beats Cresswell to the ball. It's just bigger and stronger than everyone, Rodri. Haaland on the chest here. Counter Manchester City is on. Haaland into Gundogan. Back into Erling Haaland. Kevin De Bruyne, City counter. Gundogan's in acres of space. Haaland. Gundogan. Oh, Ilkay Gundogan, you clown. Gundogan couldn't complete the pass because it wasn't sideways. It was slightly forward and it was out of his remit. And West Ham with the ball forward here. Edison off his line. We should be scoring there. Haaland should have left it maybe. Ridai says today was not his day. I'm sorry to hear that, Ridai. We're playing bad. You are right. We're playing bad. And West Ham are going to throw the dice. They don't roll the dice now, aren't they? Skamaka is on. New signing for Mikel Antonio. And Said Benrahma is about to come on for, I assume, Gerard Bowen, Fornals, Lanzini. I'm not sure yet. But Said Benrahma is on for Manuel Lanzini. Get Phillips and Bernardo on and get KDB and Gundogan off, says Jack Wilson. Agreed, Jack. Gundogan has been poor. So has De Bruyne. I mean, we've got to score that chance there. That's the game done, isn't it? West Ham are not going to score 2 goals. Good defending by Ake. Bowen. Walden Cancelo is on a yellow card there. He's going to be careful. Toe pokes it away behind for a throw into West Ham. Gianluca Scamacca, 36 appearances as a Swallow last season. 16 goals, no assists. Not a link-up man. But a finisher. A finisher that is not elite, but he's pretty good, isn't he? Pretty good. Areola on the ball for West Ham in the goalkeeper position. I don't know if Phillips would come on and make a difference though, Jack Wilson, thinking of that. Phillips is another one who's not the best of passers. Rodri. Ake. No options to pass forward. Diaz. The centre-backs end up knocking it between each other because there's no options to pass forward. Diaz. Ridai says, how's Ake doing because of preferred stones? Yeah, he's defensively okay, Nathan Ake. He's defensively alright, isn't he? Quite good, solid, really. It's on the ball Ake's issues lie. Ake with the ball forward here, though. It's pretty good to Ilkay Gundogan, who's not the quickest. Ben Johnson, behind for a corner. Gundogan just giving him a little bit of a shove there. Ben Johnson's pass is always going to be going out. The pressing has been solid, but the attacking play has been off, says Jack. Yeah, I think Haaland should leave that one to Gundogan, let it run through his legs. And then Gundogan flicks it back and he can shoot. But instead he passed it to Gundogan, and Gundogan had no idea what to do when he gave it back to Haaland. It was a bad pass. Corner Manchester City here. Across is Foden and Ilkay Gundogan to take this one. It's like a big man like Haaland in the box. We go short. Cancelo with a swing in. It's absolutely atrocious. Straight out for a corner. This has been woeful for Manchester City so far, really. A penalty papering over the cracks of a performance which has been pretty poor for Pep Guardiola's team. That are lacking some sort of dynamism, aren't they? Whether it be an attacking midfield or wherever. Diaz down to De Bruyne. City in a counter-attacking position. De Bruyne to Phil Foden. Foden looks to go to Haaland. Defended away again. I can't believe we've signed a striker and then we can't create chances anymore. Poor Erling Haaland. Benrahma with a poor touch. Walker quickly across to it. Maybe some subs like Mahrez and Phillips' Ridai. This is the problem, Ridai. I don't back any of those players to make a difference. Maybe Phillips for Gundogan. Or De Bruyne. Excuse me, I'd take De Bruyne off. He's been atrocious. Johnson. Long ball by the fullback. Ake against Skamaka. Well done, Nathan Ake. Cancelo loses it. City back in possession. Rodri, De Bruyne. Look, Haaland's not making runs now because he knows he won't get it. That is the worry with disheartening Erling Haaland from what he's good at. Gundogan. De Bruyne. Gundogan. Rodri. Walker. Late challenge by Skamaka. Referee, I think, says advantage played. Cancelo. Gundogan. Look, Haaland's not making runs anymore. He stopped because he's sick of it. Cancelo. And he's probably right because they won't pass it forward anyway. Cancelo. Rodri. Gundogan. De Bruyne. Better from De Bruyne. Walker. Turn. Head up. Wide to Phil Foden, please. Backwards we go. De Bruyne. Wide to Grealish. 1-on-1 with Sofal. No, he's got two across to him. Gerard Bowen there as well. De Bruyne. Cancelo. Rodri. Diaz. No options out to the right hand side because Walker's so narrow. Diaz pulled down by Skamaka. Free kick City. He's got no one to pass to though, Diaz, apart from Ake. And Ake can only pass to Diaz. And it's just them two knocking it between each other. Rodri. Offering Diaz an option. Two of them, I want to take this one. Grealish in space on the far side. We go backwards anyway. Diaz. This is not so good, is it? Not so good at all. Ball into Haaland. Lays it off to Walker. Cancelo. Ake. Grealish. Cancelo. Long ball by Cancelo out to Phil Foden. Great pass. Foden into De Bruyne. De Bruyne to the far post. Erling Haaland arriving. Oh, and Ilkay Gundogan should score. All smiles from Gundogan. I don't know why he's smiling. He's had a shocker. Good ball by Cancelo. Look at what happens when we pass forward. Ball into behind to De Bruyne. Haaland's so close to it. He just misses it. But Gundogan should finish it. Gundogan should finish that at the far post. Gundogan should finish that at the far post. Why not take it on his right foot? Looking a very slow game, but give West Ham one chance and they'll score. That's why we need 2 goals. You're quite right, Redite. West Ham will get one chance and they'll probably score. And that might be it now. Sofal to the far post. Benrahma. Benrahma into the hands of Ederson. City looking shaky. Only ourselves to blame. Counter, De Bruyne. Gundogan. He's looking backwards, Gundogan. He's desperate to pass backwards. Grealish. Grealish, brilliant. Haaland into Gundogan again. Is he offside, Gundogan? No, he's not. Rodri. Walker. Space for Foden here. Into Haaland. Back to Walker. Haaland looking at space here. Walker. Good ball into Phil Foden. Does keep it in. Oh, gives it straight to West Ham. Not much you could do with that. Too aggressive a pass of Walker. Too much on it. Benrahma. Get Julian Alvarez on him. Let him just run at them. Areola. Clips out to winger Bowen. Good play by West Ham United. Sofal. Gundogan and De Bruyne. They look about, a combined age of 100 years. They're both 50 years old here. Can't even run either of them. Look at Gundogan plodding back in the middle of your screen. Cress over the swing in here. Header for West Ham. Chance here. Diaz away. West Ham growing in confidence. Souček. Sofal. Great ball in. Skamaka in there. Ake away. Wilson says thank God for Diaz. Yeah. City are inviting pressure here. Only ourselves to blame. Rice. Benrahma. Rice. Rice out wide to Souček. And Sofal. Dealt with well. Gerard Bowen. Not seen much of the ball today, Bowen, has he, at all? A double against City this fixture last season. Cresswell. Rice. To Benrahma. Fired across the box in his left foot. Well, good defending from Diaz. Skamaka was waiting. De Bruyne on the chest. Foden. Walker all the way back to Ederson. Okay. City into Grealish. Come on, Jack, under pressure here. Lancashire plays into turn and find Erling Haaland. They do. Here's De Bruyne. Look at Haaland go. He's off Erling Haaland. Haaland does not miss. This man does not miss unless it's against Liverpool. 2-0 Manchester City. Erling Haaland with his second of the game. Why didn't I captain this man in my fantasy team? I feel more stupid. I tell you, I'll captain him next week and he won't score. So, Haaland 2-0. He's pointing towards his dad there in the crowd. Brilliant goal from Erling Haaland. And you see how he scored there? We found him in behind and he put the ball in the back of the net. Can we not do that more often, please? It's De Bruyne with the assist as well. I didn't want to spoil it. Says Jack. No, thank you not for spoiling it. Ball through to Haaland. Left-footed finish. What a finish that is, by the way. I haven't seen a player in a City shirt kick a ball like that for a very long time, it feels. Oh, what a finish by Haaland. What a finish by Haaland. He actually puts it millimetres from Areola's foot, but it's just along the floor and with power. The guy is lethal. The guy is lethal. 2-0 Man City. What a finish. And the run as well. Just peels off the back of the defence and he's through. De Bruyne finally came good, says Christie. Nice cameo. Yeah. This is the thing, isn't it? Put the ball in. That option to Haaland has been on all game. And we haven't found it. We haven't found it. We have now. Erling Haaland makes it 2-0. Give him some more chances. Just keep putting the ball in behind to Haaland. We'll score plenty of goals. Alfie Haaland celebrating. Look at Alfie Haaland in the crowd there for City. He just knows. He knows his son is going to score, don't you? He just knows his son is going to score every time he gets the ball. And City now, one thing I have to say that takes City to another level is when we play crap like we have today, when we play crap like we have done so many times in previous seasons, we wouldn't have won this game because it would have either been a draw or West Ham would have nicked a goal. But we've had two chances and we've finally got someone in there with two chances can score. And look at that. Erling Haaland, the second player to score twice in his Man City debut after Sergio Aguero. What does that tell you? Another one. We're doing well. Kevin De Bruyne just has the quality even when he's not his best, can produce something special. Yeah, great ball by De Bruyne. Haaland saying to De Bruyne, play that ball more often, please. Play that pass into behind me and we'll get the goals. 2-0 Man City. Erling Haaland double. And the rest of the Premier League are shaking, aren't they? The possibility of this man playing for us. If he don't get injured, how many goals is he going to score? Cancelo. Lanky says literally what I said to do. You're right, Lanky. Put the ball in behind. Here's Ruben Diaz. Walker. Ederson. Into Nathan Ake. City lead by 2-0. We would have won this game last season, I don't think. We would have struggled a little bit. But we've just got the most lethal centre forward in Europe up top. Alfinger cracking up a kind of quality Norwegian lager in the stand, says Christie. Quite right. I think Alfie's loving it, isn't he? I think as soon as that ball gets played through to Haaland there, you saw that Alfie stood there in the stands and he just goes, yeah, it's going to happen, isn't it? Goal is coming. 2-0 City. And we're loving it. That's what we've been missing, isn't it? Someone who'll score every chance. And he's had 2 chances in today's game. 2 shots on... Not only has Haaland only had 2 shots on target, he's only had 2 shots in the whole game. And he scored them both. Jack Grealish. Let's see if he can get a hat-trick. Cancelo. White to Diaz. Still, I think City are playing very narrow, but that's fine if we can find Haaland all the time. Walker. We don't even evolve Haaland in the build-up. We just say, you stay up there. You run, and every now and again we'll find you. You finish the chances off. Joao Cancelo. Looking for a ball forward here, Cancelo. Into Grealish. Back to Cancelo. Rodri. Diaz. Maybe a hat-trick on the cherry on the top from says Redite. Could be a hat-trick, couldn't it, for Erling Haaland? Could be. Walker. Got to give that Phil Foden there, Kyle Walker. Still going, though. Well played. Rodri. Bit of an under-hit pass to Grealish. And then Sofal just takes Jack Grealish down. I don't know how Sofal can complain that's not a free kick when he's put his arm around the neck of Jack Grealish there and jagged into the ground. Grealish sees the funny side at least. Sofal not so much. Here's Rodri. Cancelo. Grealish. Gundogan. De Bruyne stood in his way there. Cancelo. Good play from Joao. Cancelo. Gundogan. Oh, what a turn from Gundogan. Might fall to De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Oh, Zuma away. Grealish takes it down. Grealish. Brilliant. Grealish. Oh, Erling Haaland over the bar. He's not as good with his head as he is with his feet. That was a chance for Haaland to get his hat-trick. Grealish, great play, by the way, by Jack Grealish. Wonderful play from Grealish. Oh, Haaland. If anything, he heads that too well. And that's what sends it sailing over the bar. A lot of power on it. I said 3-1 with a Haaland brace, so I got that bit right, says Jack Wilson. Could be 3-1. Andrew's just one more to meet his prediction. A lot of people said... someone did say 2-0. If you said 2-0, let me know. You're going to be right. Areola. Well, you're going to be right for now. There's still quite a bit to go yet. Cancelo chests it down to Jack Grealish. Grealish growing in confidence, actually, in this side. Lucky Grealish found that funny. Angry Grealish is scary. Sometimes he might get a card. Yeah, well, Cancelo's already been booked today for what I think comes under dissent for mocking the referee for not being able to see. Diaz. Foden. Walker. Well, the City tactic has worked so far, isn't it? Get the ball to Erling Haaland. Cancelo. I said 2-0. I will be happy. Wrong if we win by more. Oh, Cancelo, beautiful. Gundogan. Even he started playing into De Bruyne. Look one way. De Bruyne looks for Haaland. Can't find him. It was Foden. The pass was to Phil Foden on the far right hand side. Went through the middle to Erling Haaland, intercepted. Brentford versus Manchester United next Saturday at 5 PM. You get to see United lose another game of football after losing to Brighton today. A family member of mine went to a lot of hard work, I think, to get tickets for the game for United against Brighton. And I'm sure he saw a great game, but he didn't see his team win. Here's Rice. Come on, City, says Sam. Ball forward by Johnson. Oh, West Ham are looking a bit better now. Sofal. Switch of play by West Ham. Cresswell waiting for it. Good touch. Swing that one in, Cresswell, to Skamaka. Benrahma. Rice. West Ham playing it out from the back brilliantly. Souček. Sofal. Swing in here. Skamaka. Oh, what a save by Ederson. I think Skamaka's offside. It was a save by Ederson. I can't believe my eyes. Surely he's offside here. Yeah, he's a mile offside, Skamaka. He actually had time to take that one down when he went for the header. Good save by Ederson. Nice to see. Nice to see the Brazilian making a save. Nathan Ake. Into Haaland. Brilliant by Erling Haaland. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. City creating problems again. De Bruyne. Why are you going backwards? Why are you going backwards? Haaland's gone. De Bruyne. Oh, my word. Just give it back to Ederson, De Bruyne. Haaland's gone there. I just don't know why he's going backwards. Haaland to pick out on other people. Ederson, wow, he can actually save. I know. It's crazy, Ridite. Things are going on. Aren't they? Crazy things are happening today. At Manchester City. Cancelo. Walker. Bad touch. Oh, that's a flop. That's a massive flop by the West Ham player. By Souček. Advantage play, thank you, because Cancelo's in the yellow card. Benrahma's a mile offside here. That's poor from the Algerian. Really, really poor from side Benrahma. Let's make some changes, Pep Guardiola. We're allowed 5. 62,400 in attendance at the West Ham game today. That is more than you get in a Manchester City game. And they're actually already going home. But that is more than you get at a City game, I think. 62,400. It has been put out there, I think, in the last week that City do intend to extend their ground. Maybe at some point this season, the end of this season. Here's Ruben Diaz. Pep Guardiola arms in the air. He's not happy. Jack says, I don't think you get that many in the London Stadium. Me either. Me either. 5 subs, says Redeye. Yeah. I did not know that. 5 subs, and Pep Guardiola's been asking for it for a long while, and he probably won't make one. Well, Grealish has been fouled here. He's fell on Gerard Bowen. Grealish just gets up and City play on. The referee, Michael Over, says no. Can we slow the game down even slower than it already is? Gerard Bowen has gone down. Ooh, Grealish fell into Bowen there. Give him a little kick on the way through. City when United lose. Oh, City got me singing the blues, says Lanky there. Well, that was what I was singing at the start of the game. And it's right. Well, Grealish and Sofal have fallen out, it seems. Already. Grealish falling out, winding people up. I'm sure Sofal will snap in the next chance he gets. I think that's what Grealish looks for, really. Here's Diaz. Ball behind to De Bruyne. KDB. Forgot the ball, but does well in the end. Foden. Rodri. Been so good today, Rodri. Again. So good today. Rodri. Cancelo. Brilliant for Manchester City. Rodri. Diaz. City are making some subs. Julian Alvarez looks like he's going to come on. And Bernardo Silva. I assume for De Bruyne and Haaland. I think. Give those guys a rest. Gundogan. Haaland's gone here. Haaland. Oh, hits it. Blocked away. Grealish keeps it in. Oh, Grealish, what are you doing? Moron, let it go out of play. Haaland, Cancelo, Gundogan. Haaland. Grealish. Keeps hold of the ball. Grealish, Gundogan. Gundogan. Ah, if Haaland was in the box then he scores, but he didn't make a run and he's annoyed with himself. I can see why. Benrahma. Oh, well done, De Bruyne. Haaland coming off, says Jack Wilson. Yeah, the right thing to do. I don't think he's fully fit yet, Erling Haaland. He should have been in the box there to get another one. Good play by Gundogan. Haaland gambles, he scores. Okay. Cancelo. We don't want to play Haaland 90 minutes, trust me. Let him get his goals and get him off. And rest him. Rodri. Ake. Ake still. Rodri again. I mean, Kyle Walker is literally playing central midfield here. He's the central midfielder now. Here's Ake. Walker. Cancelo wants it. Kyle Walker. Right to Kevin De Bruyne. Started picking up spaces out wide, hasn't it? De Bruyne all the way across to Grealish. Here's Jack Grealish. Grealish! Oh! Just past that near post. So off comes Ilkay Gundogan for Bernardo Silva. Might be his last game for Manchester City. I hope not. Off comes Ilkay Gundogan though, who's been hit and miss in today's game, but he's been pretty good. And off comes the robot, the Norwegian Viking, Erling Haaland. 2 goals today on his Premier League debut. Off he comes, and on comes Julian Alvarez. Like a popular figure in the City change room is Erling Haaland. And he strolls off. So an applaud from Man City fans who have loved his performance today with 2 goals. Alfie applauding his son. I don't know if the person stood next to Alfie is Haaland's sister. He does have a sister as well. Haaland will get all the headlines, but I'm enjoying seeing Grealish be more positive, says Christy, in his play today. Yeah, I think Grealish has been great today. I think Grealish has been really, really good today. Someone in the comments before wasn't so happy with him, but I think he's gone at players more, he's had more space, and he's created chances. I've been very impressed with Grealish. I hope to see that more often from Jack Grealish now. And he had a good game here, didn't he, at London Stadium last season. Was pivotal, really, in that comeback. Let's hope he does the same today. Here's Benrahma. Skamaka. Lifts it out to Gerard Bowen. Oh, a terrible touch by Bowen. They've been off it today, West Ham. Really off it. Cancelo, great skill. Into Rodri. De Bruyne in space. City on the attack here. De Bruyne. Phil Foden. Julian Alvarez makes a run. Foden should pass it. Goes past Declan Rice instead. Foden still going. Bit of a kick on the heels from Fornals. Well played. Cancelo. Oh. Really overhit past to Bernardo Silva there. As well, Cancelo. I'm hoping Bernardo Silva isn't on his way out, but it just wouldn't surprise me if he is. Wouldn't surprise me. Barcelona, I'm sure I've agreed personal terms with him. Areola Long. Rodri wins his 200th header of the game today. Alvarez knocks it on to Grealish. Takes it back, Grealish. Could have gone back into behind to Alvarez. Grealish. Julian Alvarez. Cross to Rodri. Back out to Cancelo. Well, that's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva now on this far left-hand side. Cancelo. Walker with his arms wide. He wants the ball, Kyle Walker. I won't give it him because he won't know what to do when he gets it. Diaz. Back to Ake. City go backwards again. Well, professional performance from Manchester City. What, 2 chances, 3 chances? Just scored and carried on. Alvarez. Cancelo. Feel very congested though, don't we? Players very tight together. Cancelo switched out to De Bruyne. On the chest. KDB. And out to Nathan Ake. Rodri. Still Rodri. Cancelo. Grealish, but also makes running behind. Rodri. Hit from range. Again, drags it past the post. Similarly to the place Grealish dragged his past. 10 minutes remain in this game. I have to say, it's not been the most exciting game. Let's see if we see maybe Calvin Phillips get on here. Cole Palmer. With 2-0 lead. The game looking like it's finished. Ruben Diaz, man of the match for Jack Wilson. Well, we will be doing a match review. The idea is to do match reviews this season. Player ratings and so on. That will probably come out tomorrow. So be prepared for that tomorrow. Probably the day after each game. Gives me a chance to sort it out. Cresswell. Off the back of Phil Foden. De Bruyne. Unlucky. Watches behind for a throw-in. KDB. Diaz has been solid at the back. He really has been solid at the back. I'm not sure if he is my man of the match. I don't know if it's Rodri. Because every time I see Rodri play at the moment, he's just perfect, apart from that Liverpool game. But I think when take it back. Curse the commentator. Rodri gives it away to Scamacca. And then he goes and wins it back anyway. So, you see what I mean? Doesn't matter to him. Walker. Big challenge from Declan Rice and Kyle Walker. Scamacca. Good footwork from the Italian. Scamacca all the way back to Ben Johnson. Brings the ball forward, Johnson. Bit of pushing in by Alvarez. Crossing by Sofal. Blocked by Cancelo. Linda says she expected West Ham to make it more difficult. Yeah, they haven't, have they at all? Hardly done anything, West Ham, which I'm surprised by. They've not been at all a problem for Manchester City. De Bruyne looks knackered. Get him off. Cresswell. Benrahma. Swing in to Scamacca. Okay, Ruben Diaz. That's one way to defend across. KDB. No pace in the counter here, so it's pointless. Here comes Bernardo Silva. Grealish. Bernardo. Come on, get going, Grealish. Everyone, no one offers a pass forward, do they, in this team? No one says, you know what, pass it forward to me. Pass it backwards to me. Foden. No one can be bothered running. Or they can't run. Foden. Walker did. Foden says, listen here, Kyle, I've been told, pass backwards only. Backwards we go again. Diaz. Foden. Foden into Ake. When we get a chance to get forward, we just don't do it. De Bruyne. Grealish. City are playing in first gear, aren't they? Not even bothered, are they? Cancelo. Just seeing the game out, seeing the minutes down. Building up the sharpness and fitness. Cancelo back to Ake. Forward passes are far from it. Ederson. Ake. Come on now, City. Ake. Back he goes to Ederson. Ake again. Trying to bring the ball forward. Ake. Grealish. Backwards we go again to Ake. City knocking it around their own box here. Diaz. Back he goes to Ederson. Ooh, Kyle Walker turning on the edge of his box. Stupid pass to Diaz. He has no choice but just to lump it away. Oh, Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez, that's brilliant. Go, 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 Manchester City. Bit disappointed with our playmakers, they say. Rice, good challenge on De Bruyne. Gets the ball. De Bruyne's down injured. Palmer looks to be coming on, says Jack. Good work from Bernardo Silva against Bowen. Good challenge by Bernardo behind for a West Ham throw-in. He's just holding the ball now. Well, I think Rice has injured himself. And De Bruyne as well. Both are limping away. Good tackle by Rice. De Bruyne just took too long on the ball. Too long. Benrahma in space here on this far side. Left-footed cross. Dealt with by Rodri. Behind for a throw-in. Our City set to make a substitution here. Oh, Haaland's family are going. They're not even watching the end of the game. Alfie says goodbye to the City fans. Foden wins it back for City. Clattered into by Benrahma. Mahrez and Palmer coming on. Well, they both... Now, this is the thing with Cole Palmer. They're both right wingers, you'd say, aren't they? But I think Palmer plays the De Bruyne role for Pep Guardiola. So I expect Palmer to come in that position. He doesn't play right wing as much as you think, Cole Palmer. As much as we think that's his position. I think De Bruyne is the one that Pep Guardiola thinks he could back up. I really do. Ederson over this free kick here. 85 minutes played. We're just seeing out the game now. And here comes Cole Palmer. Long ball. Rodri takes it down. Bernardo Silva back to Ake. Brilliant from Rodri. Ake. Cancelo. Rodri. Ooh, slide it. Oh my. What is that footwork from Rodri? He's just too good. Fornals flies in and he still just flicks it from one foot to the other past him. Crossing by Bernardo. Dealt with by Cresswell. Walker. De Bruyne. Phil Foden. Phillips coming on as well, says Jack Wilson. My little Jess Shrees there, like on FIFA on the sidelines, letting us know what's going on. Phillips as well. 3 minutes of Premier League football for these guys. Rodri. Bernardo. Walker, good touch. Cancelo again. Forward! Please! Well done, Bernardo Silva. Cancelo. Slowing the game down. Back heel into Grealish. Grealish. City are not interested, are they, anymore? Happy to play it around the back. The subs may never get on at this rate. Diaz. Foden. Out to Grealish. Good pass. Who have been the subs so far, says Sam Evans. Alvarez on up top. Chance here for City. Bernardo Silva. Behind for a corner. Bernardo has come on for Gundogan. Alvarez has come on for Haaland. And now it's going to be Phil Foden for Riyad Mahrez. The first change, or the third change of the game. The first change of these three. Cole Palmer is set to enter the pitch, I believe, for Kevin De Bruyne. We'll have to see. It is Kevin De Bruyne for Cole Palmer. Off he comes. De Bruyne and Foden walking off together. And the final change is Calvin Phillips to number 4. Who he is going to come on for, I'm unsure. Could be Jack Grealish. Could be Jack Grealish here. No, it's Rodri. Rodri comes off. Good play from Rodri again. Good performance. Could be man of the match. Off he steps. And he's back up. Replacement for Fernandinho. On comes Calvin Phillips, ex-Leeds United man. So hope he has a good game in that midfield. Loves a foul, does Calvin Phillips. And we'll probably see one today. Corner. Jack Grealish over it. Swing in. Diaz in there. Palmer could take it down. Tried to get a foot on it, couldn't do. Walker down to Cancelo. Good pass. Bernardo. Cancelo again. Rodri never lets us down, says Radai. Doesn't, does he? Consistently class, Rodri. Here's Jack Grealish. Cancelo. Bad pass. Grealish. Still. Phillips. Phillips again. First touches as a Manchester City player in the Premier League. Julian Alvarez. Overhit for Diaz. Bad touch by Palmer. It wasn't the best of passes from Diaz. Really fired it at him. I have a bit of a controversial opinion, and I don't rate Cole Palmer that highly. I really don't, but we'll have to see. He's probably going to become a top player, but at the moment, I just don't see it with him. Johnson. Oh, lovely turn by Johnson there. Well played in his own box there. Areola. Zuma. Areola. Wants to wait. Taken down by Calvin Phillips. Oh, it's a difficult ball into Grealish. He tried to pull it off. Liverpool almost lost yesterday. I felt Mitrovic actually dominated Liverpool. He might dominate us as well, Rudai. I won't get too confident because he's a good player. He's Alexander Mitrovic. Phillips. That's poor. City caught out. Cole Palmer only jogging alongside Declan Rice. Not putting any real pressure under him. And a good ball forward here. And so foul. Good defending from Joao Cancelo. Really good defending. Flicks it round them. And City stroll away with the ball here. Bernardo Silva. Riyad Mahrez. Attacking this side here, Mahrez. Nice to see. Mahrez. Alvarez. Alvarez away from Rice. Julian Alvarez for a strike. Smashes Kurt Zouma in the face, who's cleaned out. Corner ball. That's for the cat, they say. Bowen very quiet today, says Jack Wilson. Bowen's not even seen the ball, has he really? Good strike from Alvarez. It will going in, probably. He rockets this one, doesn't he? Really catches it well. Ooh, Kurt Zouma. Straight in the jaw. What a shame. He'll be fine. Get up. Nothing wrong with you, Zouma. City will get a corner here. De Bruyne and Haaland talk on the bench. 32 touches for Erling Haaland today. 5 shots, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Get it on target, and this man will score. Foden behind on the bench with John Stones. Kurt Zouma's back to his feet. We can play the last few minutes of today's game. Riyad Mahrez over it. Oh. Decided not to take that one short, Mahrez. He's going to try and swing one in. The far post to Nathan Ake. He wins so many headers, doesn't he, Ake? They're just never on target. He seems to win. I mean, what is he? I think Ake is the second smallest centre-back in the Premier League. How tall is he? 5'10", I think. The second smallest centre-back in the Premier League. The smallest is the new one, Lisandro Martinez for United. About 5'7". 5'8". Maybe even smaller than that. Maybe even taller than that. I'm not quite sure. But he's smaller than Ake anyway. Ake wins so many headers, but never on target. Usually man of the match is Brandon Short. Ooh. Do we give it Haaland just because he scored the 2 goals? I'd actually say Rodri or Diaz. Rodri or Diaz, my man of the match today. Mahrez pressing Zouma here. Alvarez also. Zouma away. And Rama can't keep it in. But I say Rodri or Diaz for man of the match today. I think Haaland's obviously been good up top. But he's just done his job, hasn't he, really? Rodri's just an unbelievable player. Cancelo. Phillips. Back into Ake. Jack Grealish on this far side. Grealish. Great play from Grealish. Phillips. Clattered into by Skamaka. I'm not fully sold on Calvin Phillips. I didn't think he was a good signing, really, but I'll back him because he's a City player, but not the biggest fan of him. Walker. Phillips. Off to Ake. Here's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Grealish. Brilliant from Grealish. Walker. Bernardo. Walker. Palmer. Phillips. City work the ball well. Cancelo. Grealish. Did he get an assist today, Grealish? I don't think he did. That is full time. City beat West Ham by 2-0 on the opening day. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Not full sharpness today. But it was good to join you guys for this game. And to see Erling Haaland's first 2 Premier League goals. The first of, hopefully, many. Terry says, well done, that's another training session over. Onwards and upwards. Yeah, City played West Ham off the park there. West Ham never even touched City, did they? Domination from Manchester City. Like I said, thank you for watching. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, why not? Give us a subscribe. That makes a difference here on the channel. Please do subscribe. And also, please do like the video. That does make a big difference if you like the video. more people will see this content. We'll see you guys next time for our next live, which should be... Is it Barcelona? I'm not quite sure. The next away game, I'll be back. We'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone.